4080. Industry rule number 4080. Record company people are shady. Industry rule number 4080. Record company people are shady.
Shout out to Steelers.
Industry rule number 4080. Industry rule number 4080, Friday edition. We are in the bowels of Savage Sound Studios. You can Google it and know where you're going.
Absolutely.
The bowels of Savage Sound Studios. So, this is where qualitative content counts. My name is Tally. Today, we have an interesting conversation and guess I've known this person. Wow, I just realized I know this for a while. I'm not gonna say the years so we can keep the topics relevant, right? Because if you say the years, it might age the topics, right? That might be a little bit too far.
It's been a while.
But that's how long we've known each other. See, we're already back and forth already. All right. I know him by another name, but the name for today is artist, singer, songwriter, producer Christian Gray. How you doing today, sir?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Always a good thing, man. Always good to be here with Tally, man.
He saw me doing a couple of podcasts and says, "What's going on?
What's happening?
What's going on?" Like I thought we knew each other.
Yeah. What happened to me? Who better than me, right? That's how I felt.
You know, he was playing before we got in here.
Which one?
He's playing Aces.
Oh wow.
Now you gonna help me.
Remember the Aces.
Now you gonna help me. Mm-hmm. Okay. We got Lux, Daytona. Who were the other two?
Cash.
Thank
Vivat.
you. Vivat.
Yeah.
Vivat was my man.
Vin was fire though.
Yo, Vivat was like the Eric Sherman of the crew.
Yeah.
he was right down the middle. You know what he was? He was vanilla ice cream. Everybody likes vanilla ice cream. Yeah. If the song if Lux was going someplace, we need Vivat. Now we're back to normal. Right. Okay, you go ahead, Daytona. You go ahead, Cash. Cash was dying to be Styles P.
Yeah, look, face and everything, man. It looked like
if you listen to us, he was dying to meet Styles P. Yeah. Thank you, Cash and VDOT. There you go, Luca. See? Christian Gray brings with this and love VDOT.
I could not remember that.
Man, we started the fucking Aces in high school, man.
That's right. So remember, Daytona, as in Daytona 500, NASCAR's a NASCAR, they were the, if I could use the term and you fix it up, they were the Mason Cameron of their high school.
I could see that. And Lux was like Jada somehow, like Jadakiss. They just loved Lux, but shit, nigga, we terrorized a lot of people.
Yeah, everybody's supposed to be next then. But now what we have done is we have evolved, and I'm gonna pose a few questions to you because I want you to kind of give it in your energy, okay? Because you have been a student of this industry ever since you came in the industry.
Oh, yes.
And as you've done that, you also have made sure that you are seen and heard doing so, almost as if to say, I've studied, now I'm doing this.
Yes,
I've studied this, now look what I've done.
Yes.
I've studied, now look what I've done, okay? What you have done, and watch Lou's face when I say this, you have now transcended from being what one could see as, say, purely a rapper, where you're actually a singer, songwriter, artist.
Facts.
Literally doing harmonies, literally doing background vocals, literally writing out all the vocal arrangements, right? And you have songs where, for lack of a better phrase, you're Pop Smoke and you're Giveon on the same record.
At the same time. Absolutely.
at the same time, right?
I have the ability to be more R&B than the average rapper would be, but I rap way better than the average R&B nigga who tries to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I gotta stretch it a little bit more.
Right.
And that was something. Well, we're not gonna talk about Sony yet.
But you should. But don't talk about where we can get there if you want to. But talk about how you arrived at. You know what? I want to start writing. You know what? I'm gonna start working on vocals. You know what? I'm gonna start, like, tell me how you arrived there.
Story?
Yeah, tell that story.
I'm gonna tell you the true story on how I decided to write my own shit, R&B wise. I was on Sony. I had a song called Down For You. They gave me a choice. I happened to be on tour with B2K, Janae, Immature, all of them at that time. They gave me a choice. Who do you want to work with? Who you want on this song? You have Janae Aiko, Kelly Rowland, and somebody else that was not getting picked. So I'm like, damn, Kelly Rowland will be fire, but I'm actually on tour with Janae and them. I'm kind of talking to somebody else in that circle in a sense. Fuck with Janae. It's closer. She like my little sister. Let's rock out. I do the song with Janae. Cool. Down for You exists with me and Janae. Got it. You could probably YouTube that joint right now still. It's probably on somebody posted that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it gets weird with Marcus Houston. Being around them is just weird.
Right, they're weird.
Weird.
It's coming out now.
I knew that shit then.
Right.
But either way, we don't do all of that.
Give me some context. I did say last podcast with Quan that we get so excited about why a B2K fighting and what happened with April Jones and blah, blah, blah. And I said, sometimes you never know what's going on. Sometimes things have been happening for years. You never know what's happening. You're just seeing it now. So it's humanly possible, very, very possible, that the B2K kids weren't getting along for years. We're just now seeing it now. I'll stop and I'll let you finish.
Everyone else.
Marcus gets weird. I'll let you finish now. Marcus gets weird.
Marcus Houston it's a little weird. Chris Stokes is weird. Right? So I'm sitting here. They giving me weird energy. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm from New York. I don't really give a fuck what y'all talking about. I'm here because they told me to be here. I didn't stumble upon this shit. Somebody said, you need to be here at this time, and I came. Mm-hmm. How y'all feel about it is up to y'all. That has nothing to do with me. It becomes a conversation. If he's going to be around us, he has to sign the TUG. That shit is not happening. My shit, I'm never in my life signing a TUG.
Especially after getting the weird vibes.
Especially after weird vibes. They be locking...
Explain for the children what TUG is.
Whatever Marcus Houston, the ultimate group, yes. Marcus Houston and Chris Stokes decided to make something
one of
happen.
the top 20 horrible names for a production.
The
company.
ultimate group was weird. Everything about the situation was weird.
Tug.
Like
Put your own mind on that one.
There was never a logo for that shit. You can't do anything with that shit. But either way,
no logo.
It's not the point.
That's funny.
So we sitting here, cool. They give me the opportunity. You're gonna be in You Got Served. You're gonna be in this. They lining it up. I'm giving you all of it now, but you're gonna have to sign us. Keep it quick as hell. I didn't even have to think hard. It wasn't like, yo, should I do it? No, absolutely not. I've been around them. Why would I sign? I'm already uncomfortable with around them. I'm straight. Cool. So what Marvin Pitt did, not Marvin Pitt. See, this nigga popped up in my head. What Chris Stokes did was have Janae go record my record by herself, hollered at the girl who wrote the hook, threw Little Fizz on it, and now Down For You is a Little Fizz and Janae record on the You Got Served soundtrack. Why? Because I didn't write the shit myself. They were able to go to the girl, get her to give it to them.
Right.
And then there was nothing I could say. All I did was write what I wrote, my rap part. But the song itself,
The structure.
I couldn't claim all of it. Had I wrote everything, there's no way they could have did that. That was the day I decided to start learning how to write R&B music.
So in theory, you got served.
I got served.
And you said
By Chris Stokes.
And you said I'm not doing that
It
anymore.
will never happen again.
Chris Stokes is weird.
Weird shit.
Getting served by Chris Stokes is just a whole bunch of
But he had the little
Right.
book
Tug
bag, like the
Entertainment.
little book bag. Like he hopped out the
This
car
is
with
going to be the theme
little
now. It's
book
coming.
bag.
It's coming. Jokes about the production company forthcoming. In 5, 4, not keep going.
Yeah, that was just weird. Everything was weird, man. Weird. They had like poodles on chains and shit. It was weird. Like, all right, but
You can't say weird stuff to me. So go. So take that experience, and then where it took you from there to get your process going of what you're doing creatively.
so I could sing then. Dave McPherson knew I could sing then.
Well, we had that conversation. We had a conversation of, are we going to Ja Rule this?
Yeah, they said, listen, at this point in time, nobody wants Ja Rule again. You got to be 50 Cent or nothing.
Right.
Right? Because this is that time. 50 is in mixtape transition into get rich or die trying mode. Sony, well, it wasn't even Sony yet, but fucking Epic is pumping these records like it's their records. I'm sitting here in vans with Baby Paul handing out our stuff. They're bumping 50. He is not your artist. You are here with an artist. I don't understand. It was
So
weird.
connected that
But
dot.
Meanwhile, by that time, they had already lost 50. And Nicky Martin.
they were pumping 50. First of all, 50. They was pumping Fab. They was pumping everything except their own artists. But either way, it has nothing to do with anything. I didn't sign Smoke, Bulger, and the rest of them niggas that they decided to sign. It was just like, I didn't get it. I'm in a development deal, but there was no one there to develop me anymore. Right? Once Tally left, I'm here. They confused. I'm fucking confused. I don't know. I'm trying to do stuff. They kind of like, you should just do this, but we technically don't know what you should be doing. It was a weird direction. Joe Serini, I have nothing bad to say about that dude. That nigga tried to be the A&R, but they just didn't jack him. But he had ideas. He had a bunch of stuff, but they didn't jack him. They was not.
Promoted to A&R?
That nigga was my A&R after he left.
Wait, they promoted Joe Serini to A&R?
I don't think they ever promoted him to A&R. But what I'm telling you is he was my A&R. Dave McPherson was like, I'm keeping you here. Joe, you're up. Make this shit work and you might be an A&R.
Look at Tally face.
That's how that shit turned out, right? So now Joe Serini's working this project. It's just like shit. It's kind of weird. Like it's weird, not because Joe he meant well, but he didn't have like.
Can I stop
this
for a minute?
Nope.
Just to make a quick joke, because I did love Joe Serini.
Joe was my guy.
Joe Serini is like John Cena A&R hip hop.
Yo, it's Tommy from Power.
Not even Tommy.
Being your A&R. No. Joe Serini.
So
No.
So let's
If you can imagine that image.
Joe was
that's how he was built. That's how he was
guy.
built. That's how he was built.
No, he's solid,
solid,
like,
tough guy.
Steroid solid, like.
So this is the part of this is where, like, we have a lot of good conversations about, and it's not. I'm trying to turn this into a teaching moment more so than a criticism moment. Okay, this speaks volumes about our statement about the executive being in the room. It speaks volumes about actually having the skill set, because you have a radio and an opinion. Does not mean you know how to develop an artist. Does not mean you know how to hear, Tommy, that's the record, go get it.
Right.
It doesn't mean that when we are in certain places and spaces that we know to say, come to the office today. Why? Just come to the office. Because he doesn't know that Ghost is coming to the office. And I want him to meet Ghostface. Because I want Ghost to see him. Because here's something that's very clear. I want you to understand. This artist didn't have to rap to impress Ghostface.
I never played any music at all.
He never played music at all. It was two things. It's half and half. One is trust here. Two, it's aura and swagger here.
Because I acted like I belonged there.
So when he's going to the studio and Ghost is like, well, ain't you going? I'm like, he takes him. Because it's understanding. You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that other people wouldn't know to put that together in a room. To add that to it. That's the talent level. That's the skill level. That's the Swiss. What's up, Tally? I'm sending somebody over there. That's your peoples? Yeah, it's all good. Go see Swiss over at the studio.
Facts.
For what? Just go.
He's upstairs.
Just tell him Tally sent you.
With 15 pit bulls in the studio.
Okay.
Shit was insane.
And then Swiss says, you with Tally? All right, all good. And I'm telling him not because I'm not expecting him to come back with a record. I'm not expecting him to come back with 5 beats. I just want him in the energy. I just want him in the room. I just want him to see Swiss banging on drums. I want him to see, Jada Cole on the phone. I want to see hip hop energy, and just be in the room. Because when you work with R&B artists, you do the same thing. You should be with this producer, you should be at that studio. What I'm saying is that what he's speaking to, and then it flows back to him, is that when certain people aren't there, and who's going to create it? Who's going to understand it? Who's going to say, you should be listening to this person, you should be with that person, you should go here, you should be it. Who's doing that? Because when it's not done, what happens is that we have jokes for Lou. Because it's not being done. And in the scheme of things, and then I'm done, that's what's not funny. Because when you're in the industry, you want to say, I'm a Hulk up, I know this person. A radio independent who don't mean shit. There's a reason why Irv Gotti is still doing things around the industry and nobody else is.
You can hear it, man.
There's a reason why, I'm going to say a frick, watch this, Lou. There's a reason why Jacob York was managing Karuchi Tran and all the other people that was around entertainment and dealt with Big outside of Mark Pitts are not. Because they have an ability to recognize what should be said and what should be done rather than just saying, I'm around a situation so I know something. I'll let you continue.
But yeah, in that moment, I realized, I thought I was really, really good at making music. But I was horrible, actually, in my mind. Like, today, when I look back, it was like, shit, I get it. I get why they were fucking confused on what to do. Because I didn't understand making music, right? It's not the rap industry. It's the music industry. And I didn't get that part. I didn't get the different influences. And I started to have to listen to, like, you know what? I walked down that hallway, whatever floor that was, I forgot. You make the right, it's a bunch of cabinets. I opened every one of them shits.
Wow.
And took every CD in that motherfucker. Everything. Let me get this. Let me get that. Hold on. Close that. Boom. Let me get this. They let me go to Columbia. I'm up there. I'm taking that shit too. I'm leaving with like 40 CDs, right? And I listen to every one of them shit.
Just remember the kids don't know what a CD is nowadays.
Not to say I even knew what it was, but these artists mean something. I'm trying to figure out why people like them. It was bigger than becoming a fan. I literally want to know, why do they like this shit? So I'm going to listen to it till I find something that I'm saying, oh, they probably like this. I get, this is what this person brings to it. Somebody like Rough Ends. I'm listening to that shit like it was no tomorrow. What the fuck do they like about this shit? Not saying it was bad, but I wasn't here to be a fan. I'm trying to study what you do good, and I'm going to the gym to put the jump shots up so I get the muscle memory. That's just where I was at with it. Because they wasn't about to let me in the door. Every chance I thought I had a way, it was a brick wall. Somebody hating or somebody just... half of it was the fact that I had a middleman of a fucking record label in between me and every other record label. When people stopped liking them, it was just kind of like, yeah, fuck that kid behind them. Because I don't want to deal with this people right here. They money hungry, they trying to eat. They buying houses in Jersey, fucking Porsche trucks, Range Rovers. I'm taking the train home from TRL after I got chased down by fucking fans and cops bugging up. I'm on the train. These niggas got BMWs and all kind of shit. Yeah. It was unnecessary.
No, but
money.
that's fascinating. The point is fascinating what he's saying. He's saying that the executives are making the money, yet they're not being respected by the industry. So that would cause a blockage for you to try to move and make things happen.
Nobody want to give them more money.
Although you would have relationships, and they would say, "I'm not paying them." So let's say you're at TRL for argument's sake, right? Let's say you're at TRL and you're there when Diddy's there with say G-Dep for argument's sake, right? And you have a good conversation with G-Dep. You're about to jump on a mixtape. Y'all got the whole thing playing. You going to Daddy's house, right? You let Sony know what's going on. Diddy says, "Oh, I'm not giving Dave I'm not giving Dave no fucking money."
I'm done with all of that. You packed up now. Now I got to deal with the fact that I was like, it's like this weird pariah.
As an
situation.
example, by the way, I'm not saying that happened. As an example.
No, yeah, hell, that actually did not happen. But in theory, it was literally just that. Like every turn, everything I set up, B2K remix happened because I was in the office. I used to come like I worked there. Literally, if he wasn't in his office, I think it was Amber
Dawn.
I was in her office.
Nickel face.
All the time. In there because she was doing stuff. It was another lady. She was like
Anne Marie.
I think it was
Anne Marie and Kelly Green.
Kelly Green. There's another one. And Chris Green too. I like Chris Green. That's my guy.
So for the record, you said a couple names we shouldn't be saying on this show because if we say your name, we actually acknowledge you and respect you and like you.
Well,
if we're not saying your name, we're not giving you no credit. Just saying it out loud. That's me. My fucking podcast. Fuck you.
Fuck him.
Keep going.
So, with that being said,
Kelly Green,
I used to be in the office like I worked there.
Anne Marie.
Every day.
Amber Dawn. Chris Green.
Right.
All those people I respect.
Good people. Those people are good people. They were always good to me too.
If she ever sees I go Mickle face, she's gonna smile.
That's funny. But I used to ask her questions. What are you doing? And she would answer that shit. I guess because I asked. It was just like, what the fuck? All right.
She took my dice on my office though when I left though. I ain't like that.
She's hilarious.
I had grown dice.
I kind of left like around us. No, she was still there. But yeah, everything I got. I heard them playing I heard them playing the record. Marvin Pitt was playing the record. What the fuck is that? It was like Mandy Moore and They was playing some, like, I'm like, what the fuck? What song is that? Can I rap on it? No. Like, yo, bro, why not? Yo, just let me get it to rap on it. It doesn't hurt you at all. Here, take it. All right, bet. Cool. Right, I go to the studio, write that shit. Guess what? I end up on the fucking remix. Not these niggas that I was signed to. It was me being there. Glenn Lewis remix. I met Glenn Lewis at Dave McPherson's house. B2K's in the pool, playing horrible basketball. I'm talking to Glenn Lewis about sneakers. This nigga's a sneakerhead. Glenn Lewis. Chill as fuck.
wait. In the video, he's barefoot.
Yo.
And then don't you forget if he's barefoot, but he's a sneakerhead.
He's a fucking sneakerhead. Like, insane sneakerhead. So I'm chopping it up with Glenn Lewis. He's like, yeah, you know, he play a song. He's in the basement, pool table. It's just us. We chopping it up. He played it, Don't You Forget It shit. I asked him, can I rap on this shit? He's like, well, I don't give a fuck. But I can't give it to you right now. But I went and got that shit out the office too. Let me get that. Rapped on that shit. They made that shit a remix. I'm trying everything. Bump, Bump, Bump came out. Gots to Be. Any song that y'all had in here, let me write to it. What the fuck is the worst that could happen? Genuine did the song with R. Kelly. Whoa, it's the remix. Give me that. I was on that for 4 days. Then they cooked me for the clips. Understandable. I was on a 3LW record. I wrote that shit. Let me get on that. You on this for about 2 weeks. Then they cooked me for Lil Wayne. Understandable. But I was on these records. You know what I'm saying? I was in there like, what's going on, man? Let me get a song. Let me write anything. I'm trying to write to anything, man. I don't know why I'm here. Y'all got me here. Y'all not letting me record music. I'm not that good. Nobody's saying, here's some direction. It's just kind of like, I could sit with him, listen to beats all day. I remember being there with Megahertz, and he played the Best of Both Worlds beat. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is this? He said, I'm not going to tell you who's about to use this beat, but listen to it. That shit was in Tally's office sounding like, yo, this is why these niggas get paid money. Because the beats I be hearing is not like this shit. Bugging. But he sits me down with different people. Go sit down with Casper and them from Rottweiler. Go sit down with these people.
Casper.
I did music with all these people on my own. Who? I'm going. I'll get there. I'll figure this shit out. I want to record with whoever's going to sit down and record with me. That's just me. I'm trying to vibe out, build some sort of something. But I had to deal with the fact that nobody liked the label niggas that I was signed to. So
that's tough.
it was just like nobody wants to deal with them. They just want money. And at the end of the day, we don't want them to get paid out. Dave McPherson basically was like, if you wait them out, you'll be all right. 5 years. I got to wait them out. I'm not waiting them out. I did wait them out. But then I said, you know what? Bet. I'm not going to do music for 5 years. I went and found something else to do recreationally that I spent a lot of time doing. And it was just like, I stopped thinking about music. Then I came back and music changed. So now it's like, oh shit, I wasn't even really understanding how to make music then. Now I gotta get up on this new shit and you know what? Bet. Study mode again. Study everything. Who's doing this? Ashanti this person's writing now. Who wrote this song? I'm one of those people that's like, who wrote that shit? Cause I don't believe anybody wrote anything no more. To me, it's like somebody wrote this shit.
Can I stop y'all for a second? Because y'all glossed over a whole bunch of teachable moments that are very relevant to today's artists. And I'm going to just give you a quick checklist because even though I cut a lot of your fucking checks, I never met you back when I was at Sony.
Facts.
Right? However, what you're saying, you're keying in on a couple of things that are really key that artists seem to not really fixate on today. First thing is that I want you to speak, on these particular points just one more time and in a little bit more depth. Is the importance of getting from fucking behind the computer and going and being in rooms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Tyler gave you the assignment and you understood the assignment, even though you were signed to another production company under Sony, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, one, the importance of going in rooms and mingling. Two, the other thing is having the consistency to stay relevant and interject yourself in everything that you can, so that you are visible, right? Because if you did what your label or your production company was telling you to do, you wouldn't be in the office.
They weren't telling me to do nothing. And that's the problem.
Like, so that's important. And the third thing of taking your career, even though you're signed, in your own hands.
Facts. Okay.
Right?
So,
because a lot of I would say almost all of these things wouldn't have happened if you didn't take what you were doing into your own hands, as opposed to saying, "Oh, I'm signed; it's gonna come to me."
Right. So I definitely did that. I definitely sat there at one point and was like, "I'm signed; it's gonna come." Right. I was in rooms with people. I was in situations where I'm talking about people I may have idolized. Like had Diddy here in one moment in my life, with Usher here, same moment, Free, and AJ is in the other end of this booth we in. It's like lot 61 or one of them weird, not lot, one of them things in West Side Highway, right? Beyonce's behind me, Jay-Z's there. I'm just here, but it's like, I'm just here, right? I've been in studio moments where I was like, I'm too cool to actually fan out right now. I don't want to fan out and look like, yo, you can show me a lot. Will you show me anything? Because I need to learn. I'm that much of a student that it's like, fam, I try on my own in my house, listen to your music, copy some of the shit you do. I'm here with you right now, but I'm being too cool to say, fam, what's up? Help me out, right? Just didn't do it. Sometimes it happened, like the Ghostface shit. Yeah, he took me to the studio. But outside of the studio, Ghostface called me like 15 times to come pull up. Yo, it's Riz's birthday. Pull up. Yo, I'm over here. Pull up. And I'll pull up. He was, wherever this, he didn't ask where I was at. It's like, yo, pull up. I'm out. I don't give a fuck what time it is. I'm leaving. Going on 5 trains to go to see Ghostface, wherever the fuck he said to go. Because that was me. If I had the opportunity, I just want to be here. I'm not the one that's like, yo, please put me on. Let me get it. I'm cool to be a fly on the wall because I'm going to get enough experience just watching from this whole situation. I'm here to learn just how y'all move and this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like different things, like listening to beats, watching different producers. Why I'm soaking it up. So I'm here in this big building, and there's somebody in every room. And it's like, what do? Go to the one room where you know this person, and that's it. You leave the building, and no. I'm going in Dave McPherson's office without asking. Why? Because y'all got me here. What do you mean I can't go in there? Why not? I'm in there. Dave's like, fuck NASCAR. I'm in a dead meeting. It's like, my bad. Can I sit here then? Sit in the corner. Now I'm sitting here watching him talk about other shit besides music with some Sony people because I asked to sit there and he said, yeah. But the average person would have walked out. I'll be back later. Fuck that. What the fuck is happening in this building? I want to know every aspect of it because I want in. I want to do it. Can I go to any sessions? What studio? Who going to studio? I'll go right now. Who? Rough Ends recording right now? Can I go? Nah, you can't go this one. Fuck it. Who else is doing something? Oh, Baby Paul's working. I'm out. We out. Can I get in the van with you niggas? Yeah, we out. Come on, let's go. Bet. That's me. B2K is 106 in Park. Can I go to 106 in Park with these niggas? I'm finding this stuff out on my own. Like, this is like before email for me. I wasn't thinking about that. I think 2 ways just happened. So, like, that whole text communication thing is just becoming an idea, right? It's just kind of like, okay, niggas just sending emails and texts. That comes after. Right now, it's just kind of like, all right, well, you know, internal emails and stuff like that. But nobody was really using that. Now I'm networking in the building. Upstairs, downstairs, whoever. Who's listening? Let me go. He's going. I got to go to job for some other shit. I'm going to see so-and-so. I'm going with you. We out. He put me on the Burger Heaven. I was locked in his office with him when I saw Michael Jackson. When he dropped off the Invincible album, because nobody was allowed to move while this nigga was in the building. I don't give a fuck who he was. He came. He dropped the album off. He came back. When he left, they basically said everybody could come outside. He went in that office. He came back, and he was like, I heard a lot of shit, but this is it. Butterflies. I'm listening to this shit. He's going insane for Butterflies. Fuck everything. I hear the other shit. Yeah, got you. Rock My World is cool, but you need somebody on that. But check it out. Butterflies. He was obsessed with Butterflies. So I'm sitting there like, this fuck, I just saw Michael Jackson. I just saw him. Walk past me, locked in his office. He doesn't care. He doesn't even care that Michael Jackson's there. I'm fucking ecstatic right now. It's Michael Jackson. I'm looking like, this nigga really just walked by me. Michael Jackson. Butterflies. The music. It's always about the music.